Well, what's going on, YouTube? Today is Monday, March 25th. Um, just spent the entire weekend at PAX. Really, really cool experience. I had a ton of fun. Met a ton of new people. Yeah, the whole thing was awesome. If you haven't looked at my updates yet on Twitter or Facebook, definitely check those out. Also have a video up on YouTube, so check that out too. If you're already watching this, you're on YouTube, so it's going to be the last video I uploaded yesterday. Definitely check out my Twitter. There's a bunch of pictures up there. I'll probably try to get some more stuff up there soon. I have pictures of the pairings and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, overall it was a great experience. I'm going to do like a daily recap. Friday, I got to the convention center a little early. Almost missed my train, actually. So I ended up getting there about 9 o'clock, 9:30 or so. And then one of the guys who I drove, Joe, was actually working the event for Wizards of the Coast as a Magic judge, and he actually was able to get us into the convention center early because he got an exhibitor badge, and he got one for me too, so I was able to hop in there early. Then they took the exhibitor badge back, but yeah, I saw the Kaijudo demo station, and I was like wicked excited. So I pretty much walked the exhibition hall for like 2 hours, and then I headed over to the Wizards booth and pretty much played Kaijudo. I pretty much stayed there the entire weekend. No regrets at all. It was so cool. Friday, pretty much, after I'd done that, I was talking to some of the people who were demoing the game, and they said something about Chuck Arnett, and I was like, oh, like, is he around? Like, I'm really looking forward to meet him. And then, like, I started playing, like a demo game with one of the people demoing just to get the deck, and they were giving away 3 packs if you demoed the game, so I did that to get my packs, and then no sooner did I finish that, and Chuck actually came over and said, "Oh, like you're looking to meet me," and I was like, "Yeah, like this is so cool." Um, and the first thing he asked me was if I had a deck on me, and of course I did. So we played a game. I'm gonna have that uploaded for you guys, so that's gonna be up on the YouTube. Probably later in the week. I'm probably gonna do my tournament matches first, and then I'll do the one with Chuck next. So stay tuned. That'll probably be up later in the week. So I probably think of the weekend. So after I played a couple games with him, we just got talking and kept playing different decks and all that kind of stuff. So, and then I was like, can you sign a few cards for me? And he was like, absolutely. So I had him sign one of my Gloom Hollows. Can't really see if I'm in focus right now, but hopefully this is good. So I had him sign a Gloom Hollow. I had him sign a Tatsuri the Unchained. I had him sign Aqua Seneschal. So those are the cards for my deck that he signed. And then I also... So I had asked him to sign these cards, and he gave them back to me. And then he was like, how about one more? And he reaches in his pocket and just pulls out an Old Man Winter. I went pretty much ballistic. I had no idea what to say. I was literally like speechless. Like I was like, wow, Old Man Winter. So that's in my book right now. I actually forgot to take that out before I started the video, but I'm gonna pull that out for you guys. So I got one of these Old Man Winters, and it was signed by Chuck. So literally one of the coolest things that I got this weekend was an Old Man Winter card. And then after he signed that, he asked me if I was hungry, and we actually went out to lunch, just me and him, one-on-one. So that was awesome, man. I mean, we just kind of talked about everything. We didn't even focus on Kaijudo. We kind of just took a break from Kaijudo and kind of just had a good time. We ate lunch together, and then went back and played some more Kaijudo. I pretty much played it all 3 days. So then I went back and grabbed some cards from my friend Mitch, and then went to bed. I was exhausted. Had to wake up early again on Saturday to catch another train. So on Saturday, pretty much hung out all day. Did some demoing for people to really try to drive interest in the game. So there should be a lot more people joining the Facebook group, because that's pretty much where I directed everybody to go for pretty much the most current information. So I told them to head over there. So make sure everyone's nice to them. There's a lot of new people that are going to be playing the game that had a lot of interest in the game. So on Saturday, I also had the opportunity to meet Gavin, who works on a lot of the Kaijudo stuff. And he signed one of my Knicks for me. It's right on the eye. I don't know how well you can see it. And then also he signed Skull Shatter. And the reason he signed this card was because he actually had a lot to do with the development of this card. I mean, I know it was like a Duel Masters card, but he's the one that like made it cost 8. He was the one that came up with the name, the flavor text, and like the text, the actual written text. So it was really cool because he pretty much had full control over what he wanted to do with this card. So I had him sign this too. I don't know how well you guys can see that again, but and then I left the convention hall probably about. I actually had to rush back to the convention hall, so I left probably about 8:45 or so, and I went home. Pretty much went to bed, talked to some people, caught a little bit of Earth Power and CVH's and Gorby and Theo's stream. So I hopped on there for a little while, and then I pretty much went to bed, charged all my phone batteries, and then woke up the next day, left about 9 o'clock in the morning. I was driving in on Sunday because the train actually didn't run early enough for me to catch the tournament, so not a bad drive. It only took me like about 45 minutes, usually it would take an hour. But I was getting worried because once I got off the highway, the streets were just packed. I mean, if you've never been to a big convention like this, PAX is about 70,000 people. And 70,000 people trying to get at the same place all at once does not really work. So it took me about 45 minutes to get from the highway to the convention center when it should only be about 10 minutes. So I was worried, and then I eventually made it and registered and everything on time. And so Sunday's the tournament. I get there a little early, start playtesting with a lot of stuff, and I decided War Dark Fire was the way to go. I had built it, I tested it, and it was weird because I actually just picked up 2 Andromeda on Saturday. I ended up buying one and then I traded for one, so I could have built Andromeda if I wanted to. I wanted to go with something I was familiar with, something I was comfortable with playing, and then so I went with War Dark Fire. I played a lot. I met so many cool people on Saturday and Sunday too. Shout out, Adam Goodrow and Corey Goodrow. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad that you guys got so much interest in the game now. Adam, I already see you posting everywhere, so that's awesome. I also, in the tournament, I had pretty much every one of my opponents sign one of my cards for me, which I thought was a really, really cool idea. Oh, I also forgot to show you that I had Chuck sign one of my Andromedas. I forgot to show you guys that. Yeah, I just had him sign like all the money cards. I actually had Gavin sign a Neuron too, I think, because he had some influence on that card. But yeah, Adam signed this card for me. I actually posted a picture on it of it on the Facebook. I think it was really cool. We pretty much just started calling him OGT all weekend. This card won me a lot of games, as you're going to see in the videos all this week. Thanks to Andy, Chris, or Aiden Thorne for telling me to put this card in. I had no idea what I wanted the last spot in my deck to be, and I chose this, and really, really helped me out. So, some other cards. This one is signed by Yori, who I play in the finals, so you'll see that later in the week probably. So I had him sign that for me. Then this is a logo scan signed by Corey Goodrow. Then I have, even though I did not play him, I met someone named Theo. I think he is friends with Mark Malte on the Dojo Facebook, so he's going to be getting a lot more involved in the game too. So he was really, really, really cool. So thanks for signing this, dude, if you're watching this. Really, really cool. And I thought it was hilarious. People are like, no, I don't want to sign your foil cards, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, just do it. This stuff is way cooler having stuff signed than I care about value-wise, so I just want to remember PAX. Then this is signed by Paul, one of my opponents, and I think I played him in the second round. Yeah, I played him in the second round. He liked Devouring Smile. He was a new player, so. And then I also have a Chuck Rynette signed logo scan. I should have organized these better, but. And then on Saturday when we sat down for the tournament, we started with 15 people. Chuck went around and handed out 3 of each of these. So we have we have 3 Thorn Dragons signed by Charlie. I can't read his last name. It says Charlie. I can't read it, but it's Charlie. So I don't know if you guys can read it. I can't. And then we have some Cyber Spear Dragons. This one's signed by Matt something. I can't really read the writing. So, and then somebody else on the top corner. I can't read that one at all. Sorry, guys. Wizards, if you're watching this. And this one's cool because this one's actually signed by Ryan Miller, which was really, really cool. So, got that card too. So, basically we played 2 rounds. And then we had some people drop. I guess they had other things to do. But, I mean, it was bad because the 2 people that dropped actually didn't drop at the right time. So 2 people actually had to sit out because their opponents dropped, which was unfortunate. But at the beginning of round 3, Chuck goes around and hands everybody an old man winter. So I guess karma got those people. So I actually got two old man winters this weekend, which was just insane. Like I never thought I'd even get one of them. So it was just it was so cool. And then I ended up winning the tournament, which was just nuts. I went 3-0 in Swiss. I went 3-0-1. I drew into top 4 with my final opponent who I played in the finals, which was Yanni. And yeah, I'd gone pretty much 6-0 in games up until that point. And then in the top 4, I won 2-0, and then I dropped the first game of the finals. But I don't want to give you too much information. But yeah, I only had 1 loss all day, so pretty cool. I also had Gavin and Chuck sign my Kaijudo Dragon Master Kit collection, whatever you want to call it. The boxes. Had them sign my boxes. But overall, it was such a cool weekend. Just getting out to hang out with Chuck. I mean, I was pretty much in just shock like all week. And like he was like just playing with new players, and like new players had like no idea who this guy was. And I'm like, that's Chuck Arnett. That's like he's a Wizards like big Kaijudo guy. And I'm like, you guys have no idea what's going on. So I hope everyone that played at PAX had a great time. I know I did. I directed a lot of you to my YouTube channel, so hopefully you're watching this. So yeah, just an overall great time. I mean, if you have any questions for me, you can just leave them on a comment. I'll get back to you usually pretty quickly, even though my YouTube no longer tells me when I have new comments. Gotta figure out on that. So I'll be checking periodically. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go check out the sheet I won. I can't really open it on video. I did post a video that opened. It's just so hard to roll back up. That's the only reason that I don't want to unroll it. So I plan on having it framed, which I think would be really, really cool. So I'm going to do that. So yeah, if you have any questions, I think that's everything I've written down that I want to talk about. So hope you enjoyed YouTube. Leave your questions. Bye.